this might be thyroid cancer left my body. 2 years ago today, I was diagnosed with metastatic thyroid cancer, making me the girl with 2 rare incurable cancers. So for anyone new here, I was diagnosed with a rare cancer in my early 20s, one that releases deadly amounts of adrenaline into my system. I had a hospice bed in my living room, and somehow I stabilized. I had gotten very good at recognizing what is normal and what is not within my body. The first sign of thyroid cancer was this painful spasm in my throat. I was consulting to do Botox to calm down that spasm. I should preface this by saying that I had 3 really small nodules on my thyroid for years. So one of the residents was looking at my ultrasound and then just runs out to go get the doctor. Here we go again. They weren't giving me many answers. I was there for throat Botox and that's what they focused on. I contacted my specialist later on, and he tells me that because it was just a very strange size, but it was inputted wrong, and I was just reassured and I felt okay. 4 months passed and I'm in my specialist's office. He tells me that day that my nodules had changed and that I need to do a biopsy right now. I had never had a biopsy before because they're completely contraindicated for my other cancer. The results come back benign. I was relieved. Something definitely felt off to me still. I had improved so much. I had done so much rehabilitation. I was getting so much stronger, improving. And then suddenly 2023, I just go, poof. My body starts screaming. The fatigue is crushing. Heart palpitations out of this world. Tremors like I'm dropping glasses. Buckets of sweat coming off of me. My specialist is running all sorts of tests. Wow, you went from being severely hypothyroid to being hyperthyroid. Now, after all of these investigations and thyroid specific testing, I have Graves' disease. Even then, my doctor still was like, I still think you have thyroid cancer. I had 4 biopsies in total that were negative and inconclusive. I get referred for surgery and I was deemed too high risk and denied. The only way to override that decision was to prove with irrefutable evidence that I have thyroid cancer, but 4 biopsies said otherwise. So I come to find out that the only test that would show whether or not my nodules are cancerous is molecular testing. But since my nodules were what's considered TI-RADS 5, it was no longer covered. Without this testing, I was not going to be able to do surgery and prove I had thyroid cancer. There are different stages of the nodules. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So mine were sitting at a 5, and everything under 5 is covered for molecular testing. I was being denied surgery because there wasn't a definitive reason. Why am I only finding out about this now? Oh my goodness, I got my molecular testing done on December 8th. I get a call. It is thyroid cancer. And it's metastatic. I just remember everything going silent. Now I'm being told that I'm metastatic, but we've been at this for 2 years. I had already survived the unsurvivable, and it just felt like I couldn't take up space to be devastated. And the grief of a second diagnosis, it's unlike anything I felt. A delayed diagnosis has consequences. Maybe by hearing my story, you won't have over 100 lymph nodes removed. Rest in peace, babies. What would I tell somebody who's navigating a diagnosis, a journey? I would tell you to learn everything that there is to know about molecular testing and have that done first. Who knows how much disease progression could have been prevented. You're not imagining it. You're not overreacting, and you're never too rare or too complex. I am rewiring my brain each year on this day by doing something cute or empowering or something that changes the narrative. Happy thyroid cancerversary. Who needs a thyroid anyway?